As part of my graduate program, one of our signature assessments was to develop a PLC plan, and I wanted to share mine with you today. The first line is the table of contents for the presentation, and we'll begin with the agenda. To start off, I want to share my personal vision statement. I also wanted to outline the steps of the PLC plan and share my first 3 steps that I had developed in the course. In the course, we had developed our personal vision statement of what we envisioned for our students in the future, and I wanted to share mine to begin. I am committed to helping students become lifelong learners that own the responsibility for their learning and actions. Through assessment, students will identify their learning strengths and needs to develop goals and life dreams that they plan to accomplish. I want students to take pride in their growth and set new goals that reflect their achievements and pushes them to reach beyond their highest potential. I want students to understand and appreciate the diversity in and around them. They will build relationships with their peers and teachers to create a learning community in which they support and respect each other. Most importantly, I want my students to leave my classroom with a desire and love to learn. I want to inspire my students to dream big, set new goals as they grow and achieve, plan for success in whatever they choose to do, and continue to grow as learners throughout their lives. The next slide is the outline of the PLC plan. It's 6 steps, with the first step assessing the class and identifying the problem to address. Step 2 is to identify one strategy in relation to the problem to implement. Step 3 is through research and reflection, plan strategy implementation. Step 4, implement the strategy. Step 5, analyze the effectiveness and make changes to improve. Step 6 is the reflection and to plan the next steps. Because the course was in the summer, we were unable to do steps 4 through 6, but I want to share how I developed my steps 1 through 3. And the first step was to identify the problem. After assessing and reflecting on my classroom needs, I've identified parent involvement as a problem to address. I wanted to first begin with the definition of parent involvement. Under No Child Left Behind, it's defined as the participation of parents in regular 2-way meaningful communication involving student academic learning and other school activities. To define the problem in my classroom, our school uses Class Dojo as a classroom management strategy and communication for parents. Of the 20 students in my classroom, 13 of the parents were not connected to Class Dojo. One possible explanation is that they may not have had access to the device and or internet. Therefore, the problem that I would like to address is to find other opportunities to involve parents and increase the open 2-way communication to all parents in the classroom. To address this problem, I first researched parental involvement, the effects on achievement, and the most effective strategies. After reading the article, Getting Parents Involved in Schools, I decided that I must first begin with improving communication with parents. This led me to choose newsletters as a beginning strategy to extend the communication between myself and parents. Newsletters usually offer information of events or dates for schools. They share what the students are doing. They can be used to establish communication between school and home. Often that information is just communication one way. However, Deborah Jensen describes how newsletters can be used to initiate interactive communication. In her article, Using Newsletters to Create Homeschool Connections, Jensen describes the benefits of newsletters to teachers, parents, and students. She describes ways a newsletter can become a tool for teaching. The article also provides suggestions in creating newsletters. Jensen described the following benefits of newsletters: to first teachers. They provide parents with information of reading and writing strategies. They share the classroom environment and learning with parents, because oftentimes parents are unable to attend certain events or conferences. Newsletters is another way to connect parents to the learning environment by sharing photos of what we're doing in class or displaying student work in the newsletters. It's also a benefit in suggesting home activities that correlate with student learning and initiating parent-student interaction. With the information in the newsletters, parents can start conversations with the student, and inviting parents into the classroom to share as a guest speaker or to volunteer in the classroom. The benefits to parents are that they're connected to the child's life in school, they become more involved in the learning at home, and they are valued as a contributor. The benefits to students is that they're receiving more personalized instruction as the teacher understands students' cultural background from open communication. Another benefit may be increased academic achievement. I plan to implement weekly classroom newsletters with important information about class and school events and programs, information detailing our unit's theme of study, topics of learning, and suggestions of home activities, an opportunity for parent feedback, such as an invitation to share or help in class, as well as ways to help in our unit study if they're unable to come in to be a guest speaker or to volunteer. Then another way that they can help is to send in pictures that go with our unit or a book that they have read with their child. I also want to include a tear-off section to respond with concerns, questions, comments, or suggestions from the parents, as well as my contact information. After 2 to 4 weeks, I will survey parents to assess their connection to class and reflect on the parental involvement thus far. From my analysis of the information, I will decide the steps to continue to improve the communication. I have considered possible strategies to extend the plan as I continue to address the problem, such as implementing daily planners, hosting monthly family nights for reading or math, and parent training events. This concludes my presentation, so at this point we could discuss the points that I brought up about newsletters or other strategies that they may have used in their classrooms, and take any questions regarding the research or the PLC plan.